guys, welcome back to the Bros Films channel, and today, like promised, I'm bringing you the P-40C Tomahawk review. For my next video, I'll be doing the P-40C Tomahawk gameplay for the bridge side as the premium plane, so stay tuned for that. So overall, this plane actually looks pretty nice. I love the shark on the nose, the shark face, it's such a classic. You also have multiple different skins that come with this plane. You got the red nose, it's pretty epic. So this is actually one of the most realistic planes in the game, actually. The P-40C, it actually flies pretty up to specs, except for stall speed, which is usually unrealistic for all planes. This plane will stall at about like 60 miles per hour, so that's kind of unrealistic. But other than that, I mean, they got cruise speed pretty much correct, except for its turn, but we'll talk more about that later. So I think you start out with this skin. I think it's called Hell's Angel. You get like 5 kill markers there and some other stuff and a red stripe. And then we have the 1000 XP skin, which gives you 4 kill markers and a white stripe, which is pretty cool. And you also get a nice little symbol there. And then you have the panda bear skin or something like that, which gives you 6 kill marks and a panda bear, and also gives you a blue stripe. And this is the one I'll be using for today, just because it has more kill markers, even though I prefer red over blue, but that doesn't matter. So anyways, let's hop into a battle, and we'll talk more about this plane there. So this plane will cost you 2,500 gold, which I believe is more expensive than the P-40 now, which is oddly strange because the P-40C is an earlier model than the P-40. I mean, this plane is early enough to where it still has iron sights. So it's kind of weird how they did that, but I guess it's alright. It's a cool looking plane, you get more features than the P-40. So for that, it's pretty good. So some stuff you'll get for that 2,500 gold is 4 30 cals and 2 50 cals, and you also get a pretty nice looking plane as well. So it's not as heavily armed as the P-40, but this plane does have some stuff going for it, like aesthetics, and it's also a lot more durable and can also turn slightly better. It's a lot easier to fight zeros with this plane in my opinion, just because the P-40 just didn't have that extra edge in turning, which made it a little bit tougher to fight zeros, especially because you just wouldn't be able to outturn them sometimes. But with this plane, it's a little bit easier. So right now, you're witnessing an epic battle between the P-40C and the Hurricane Mk2 Premium. Now, this is a very interesting battle because both planes turn relatively good, except the Hurricane, I think, has a slight edge in turning. However, we do have this slight edge in energy. So if you can just maneuver your plane right, you can get the energy advantage, which will allow you to turn a little bit sharper or just get into positions while he's stalling. And that's just the tactic with this plane. Just getting yourself into a position where you have more energy than your opponent in a turn fight, so where they stall and you can position yourself for the kill. Now, this is a tricky plane to use at first, but once when you get the hang of it, it can actually be quite easy. And what I love about this battle is just how it shows the durability of this plane. With the P-40, you've been dead by now. If you look at my health, it says 0%. You would have just blown up. You would have been dust and ashes. But with the new damage model and just the extra armor in this thing, because this is made of American titanium maybe, I don't know, I think they use titanium on these, you can just see how effective this plane is. Now you'll notice my plane is smoking, but nothing's missing, and that's because of the new update. They did add damage smoke now, which I don't know if it makes you leak anything or not. It would be cool to see me leaking something, but I don't really think it does anything like that. As you can see, my fuel is still being consumed at about the same rate, maybe faster. You guys tell me, is it being consumed faster or slower? But it's just really interesting to see how this plane can tough out those 20 millimeters like that. So right here you get to see some in-cockpit action right here, some first-person shooting, and you'll notice that it's a little bit trickier to see with this plane because you'll have your mechanics there blocking the way and your window panels and stuff just to keep the glass from shattering. So it's a little bit trickier to see. You also have iron sights, which makes it also like even more harder to see with this plane. So it's definitely hard to aim, but I mean, iron sights actually aren't the worst, just because, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why you'd want them actually. I thought I knew the answer to that. So I thought that part was a little bit funny, so I didn't cut it out. So don't make fun of me for that. So anyways, we're gonna go here and just crash land here because I just didn't line myself up perfectly. This plane has great energy retention when it comes to just floating, so it's a little bit trickier to land. You can cut your engine off a little bit earlier, which I didn't do obviously because I thought I was just flying a regular plane. And yeah, it just didn't work out, so I ended up landing over here. But luckily I didn't break my plane, and I managed to get into the right spot and refuel, repair instantaneously. My mechanics, they're great at the job. They get the job done. They're Johnny on the spot for me. So anyways, let's go get some more action. So a lot of you are probably wondering, yay, should I get the P40C for 2,500 gold, or should I just get the P40 and be done with it, and then get another plane for 2,500 gold? Well, in all honesty, if I was in your position and only had 2,500 gold, I'd probably end up just getting the P40 for XP and then working my way to the P47. But honestly, this is my favorite dogfighter on the US side now. I like the P47, but it's just a little bit overkill when it comes to ships. For events and stuff, when I do P40 squadrons, I'm probably going to be using this plane just because it's just the all-American dogfighter, and I really like that about this plane. I love how it's just tanky, how you can just turn with it and just use your energy wisely and you just get kills. I love the interior of the plane. I love the outside. It just looks really epic, and I can do like 3 different types of squadrons. It can be red squadron, blue squadron, and white squadron. I mean, how cool is that? So for those reasons, I mean, I get the plane. I mean, it's a great plane, and I'm having so much fun with it, as you can tell. I'm using it in all my battles now. It's just so epic. And I think it'd just be a great event plane. I don't know about in actuality and practicalness. I don't think it's the most practical plane to use. We all know that's the Corsair, the P-47, or maybe even the Hellcat. But I think that this plane is really epic still. So in conclusion, I mean, the plane is pretty good, and if you have 2,500 gold, I definitely get it, because I'm probably going to be using this a lot for squadrons and a lot of other events and stuff, so it's going to be pretty useful to have. It's also just very fun to play, so that's just another reason I'd get it. I mean, it's just a really realistic version of the P40, and I'm quite happy about that, so it's a pretty nice plane. As I get shot down here, you can still tell I'm still having fun with this thing. As I was gonna try to make a landing, but then the more I get shot up, the more I'm starting to think about kamikaze. But I just couldn't evade the bullets, so I just get shot up. And then after this right here, we'll go straight into some funny moments or movies or something. So hope you guys enjoyed that part. Thanks for listening to my review, and I'll see you in the next. So while I was collecting the max speed for this plane, which is 500 miles per hour, you'll most likely be cruising at around 400 miles per hour, maybe a little bit less. It depends if you're diving or not. I just get BNZ'd by a hind right there, and I gotta tell you guys, this was not one easy fight. I mean, this guy really knows how to fly a hind, and I think in the end he ends up getting taken out. But still, guys, I was pretty surprised. He realized real quick that he wasn't able to turn with me, and he just zoomed out of there. Now, like I said before, this is like the American Zero with just a whole bunch of armor, and then he's in like the Corsair of the Japanese side, which is pretty cool. So right here, I'm going to take some shots at him, and I land a few hits, but it's not enough to take him out. And he ends up playing really good. It's just a huge, long 10-minute fight, which you guys probably don't want to see, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to the end of it. But he ends up like just BNZing me. It was just pretty awesome. So I thought it was pretty good, so props to him. That's pretty awesome. Also, shout out to I Am The Boss for playing with me here. He was just on the game, and I don't think I gave him enough credit on the game. I didn't really talk too much because I was recording, but I'm glad you were there anyways. So yeah, let's just show you how this ends up. I can't believe I actually missed that. I think I actually hit him though. Maybe. No. Okay, I missed obviously. But I ended up he ends up smoking at one point and then just bailing out. But I didn't get a kill credit because I haven't hit him in a while. But it was still pretty cool. So I followed him all the way back to his base just to watch him eject and not get the kill credit. But other than that, I was still pretty proud that I took out a hind in this plane. So if you're ever in a situation where you're being BNZ'd, you will not go faster than them. You will not outdive them. So don't try that, and don't even try outclimbing them. My suggestion for you is just turn and use your energy wisely. So right here, you'll see me turn with a 0. Now you guys might be like, you're crazy to be turning with a 0. You always said never turn with the 0. But with the P40C, you can actually turn with the 0. But you'll still have that turn advantage, but you have the energy advantage. So if you just use it correctly, you will land yourself a kill. And I'm just showing you how to do it here. Go vertical. Force them in the vertical. You do not want to turn left and right with them. You want to go up and down. Use your Z-axis or whatever. Just don't just do the standard turn fight. You'll have to just preserve your energy. When you're pulling up, turn your flaps off, and when you're putting down, turn your flaps on. That's just the way to do it, and by doing it that way, you will get yourself on any 0-6, and then from there you can just light them up. And I think right there we might have landed a few hits. There we go. He lost something of his plane, and once when they just lose one part of their plane, it just becomes that much easier to get the kill. And I think it's just a great way, and I really love how you can do that. I got a friendly kill there somehow. I don't know how I got it, but we did get the 0 kill at least. We got the 0 kill, but we got a friendly kill for it for some reason, which is weird. And then we get shot up by AA, but that's still pretty cool. And we just get to float back down to the water to become a Japanese prisoner. They're probably just gonna strafe us in the water anyways. I don't like it unbroken. Dang it. That was probably the most pure version of Banzai I've ever seen. Like, he deliberately just turned into me. Like, that was pretty epic. Yeah. So I at least wanted to show one good dogfight in realistic mode. I'm sorry this video is a little bit long. It's just, I really wanted to show you guys everything about the P40. I was playing a lot with it. I got a lot of good footage, and I didn't want to waste any of it. So here it is, guys. This is my double kill in this mode, I guess. So my friend was pretty much tanking for me while I was just on this guy's tail, and I was able to slightly outmaneuver him a little bit. But I don't think he was really concerned about me, and that's what got him shot down. And honestly, I'd make the same mistake. But right now, his buddy's on my teammate right now. So I'm going to try to shoot him off of my buddy, and then I'll save him a little bit. But hopefully you guys learned a lot from this about the P40 and stuff. As you can see, just the way the energy fight with this plane is a little bit different than with a lot of the other American planes. You just got to do a mixture of turning and energy fighting. And just remember, just go in the vertical. Don't try horizontal. Just vertical fight with it. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself getting killed a lot. So hopefully you guys understand how to use this plane now if you have it, and if you don't have it and are looking forward to getting it, now you know how to use it. So it's been pretty epic. It's a really fun plane. I plan to use it a lot now. It's my favorite arcade plane, favorite plane for everything. I use it for everything now. I mean, it's just that much fun to use, and I love the skins on it. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoy. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Also, please let me know what you think about my cards, if they look any good or not. And that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for 800. We're almost to 900, and then we'll be at 1,000 soon, where I'll do my 1,000 push-ups. Anyways, guys, this is G-Night from the Bros Films channel, signing off.